Hi everyone, welcome to Love and Life's Journey. I'm Chantel, and today I am coming to you from the beautiful mountains of Idaho. That sound you hear in the background is the creek that runs by our campsite, which you can see in the background. And yes, we do like to camp in a tent. We are camping for the weekend, and I just wanted to record this intro for my video so that you can see one of the things that my family likes to do for recreation. If you stay tuned till the end of the video, I will put some more pictures from our camping trip there so you can check those out. I would love to hear in the comments what your family likes to do for recreation. So leave me a comment. If you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe, so hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos to YouTube. Today's video is several really easy Dollar Tree DIY projects for 4th of July. And these are really easy, really inexpensive, and they could be used outside on your patio or inside. So with all of that being said, let's jump into those projects. The first project is this American flag wall decor piece made out of paper straws. For this project, you will need one of these rectangular signs from Dollar Tree. This is one I know they have in stock right now, and I'm using this one that actually had a seahorse on it that I made another project from. I'll link that in the card above, but I'm just going to use the sign that I removed the seahorse from. I will be using 5 packages of the paper straws from Dollar Tree, 1 package of blue, and 4 packages of red, and there are 18 straws in each package. I'm going to use some of the jute twine to hang my sign with, but you could use ribbon or anything else that you'd like to use as a hanger. And I'll be using some wood letters. I can't remember, I think I got these at Walmart, but I have seen the wood letters at Dollar Tree as well. For the glue on this project, I'm just using some Elmer's school glue, and I'll be using a foam brush to apply it. I will also be using some Waverly chalk paint in the color Ivory. For the first step, I'm going to take 27 of the red straws, and I am going to paint them white using that Waverly chalk paint in the ivory color. And I'm just using the foam brush, and I'm going to paint these, and it did take a couple of coats to cover up the star design and the red color on these, and then just let them dry. So to make the flag, I will be using 1 package of the blue, which is 18 straws, the 27 straws that I painted white, and then 33 of the red straws. I'm just going to cut off the hanger that was already on this sign. And then since the one side of this sign had the glitter and some design on it, and it had some raised parts, I'm going to actually be gluing my straws to the back of this sign. I am going to be working in sections, so I'm adding a generous amount of the Elmer's glue, and then I will just brush that around to smooth it out and cover the entire area. And then I will start adding my straws. And I'm going to make each row out of 3 straws. You want to start with a red stripe, and the flag has 13 total stripes, so you start with red and you end with red. And I will just continue alternating these until I get all the way to the bottom. And it comes out perfectly using 3 straws for each stripe to give you the 13 stripes. My last red straw didn't want to stay on, so you'll see in a little bit I'm just going to put that on using a little bit of hot glue. And here I'm just using a straight edge to make sure that all of the ends of those straws are nice and straight. Once I have that side finished, I'm going to go ahead and place something heavy on that side to help hold those down while I work on the other side. Now I'm going to begin working on the left side of the flag, and I will be adding some more glue, and I'm just putting a little bit along the edge of that first row of straws just to make sure they have enough glue, and this will also help the ends of this second row of straws to glue to that first one. So basically I'm just repeating that same step. I'm going to add all 18 of the blue straws. That's one package of these blue straws, and this will be the blue part of the flag with my stars. And you'll notice these straws are hanging over the edge of the board by quite a bit. That's totally okay, because once we're finished and this is all dry, we're going to trim off those excess ends. So now that I have all 18 blue straws on, I'm going to continue my stripes. So I'll just add 3 red straws, and just make sure that those are pushed tight up against the other straws that are already there for the other side. And then alternate the stripes with the red and white. So here's where I'm just gluing that straw that didn't want to stay on with some hot glue to make sure it stays on, and then I had the first one of my blue didn't want to stay on either. It's just because they're on the very edge, and the Elmer's glue doesn't dry right away, so a little hot glue helped that out. And then I'm going to cover them with some heavy books and let them dry completely. Once the glue is dried completely, I'm going to turn the sign over, and I'm going to put my books back on top just to kind of help hold it all down. And then I'm placing the end where I'm going to cut off those straws on some cardboard, and then I'm just using a box knife, a razor knife, to run along that edge and cut off those extra pieces of straws. And I'm going to save these little pieces because I think they look like firecrackers, and I'm going to do something else with them. So here's what it looks like once those straws are all trimmed off. And now I'm just going to add a jute twine hanger to it. And like I said, you can add ribbon or whatever you would like, or even just a picture hanger on the back. This sign really isn't very heavy, so just using some hot glue will work fine for your hanger. I am using Gorilla glue sticks in my glue gun, and those are a little bit stronger, but even regular hot glue I think would work fine for this. I did want to add some embellishments to my flag, and I did have a few of the red straws left, so I took one straw and I cut it in 3 equal pieces. And then I'm going to crisscross them and make a little star and just glue that together to add to my flag. I thought about gluing it to the hanger, but I actually liked the way it looked glued to the top corner of that blue section on the flag. Then I'm going to take letters USA out of that package of wood letters that I got, and I am just going to paint them using a navy blue acrylic paint, and you can use any paint you want, but this is what I decided to use, and so I'm just going to paint these and add these to my flag as well. Once the paint is dry, I'm just going to attach those letters onto my flag. I decided that I wanted them kind of in a diagonal line across the bottom corner of the flag, and I just think this is a great finishing touch for this piece. I absolutely love how this turns out. It is so cute and it was so easy to make. I'm thinking about maybe adding a button to the center of that star or something else. If you have an idea, leave it in the comments below. Next, I'm going to show you several different ways to make these solar patriotic patio lights. For the first one, I'll be using some painter's tape, and I'm going to be using one of the small canning jars with the ring lid on the top. And my painter's tape was too wide, so I'm cutting it down the middle. I'd recommend getting a painter's tape that is the width that you want your stripes to be, because this was a lot more work than it really needed to be. I did get this jar at Dollar Tree. You can use any size jar you want, but a wide mouth jar will not work. You need to have the smaller sized ring, and I'll be showing you why in just a minute. So I'm just taping around my jar where I don't want to paint on the jar, and since I had to cut my tape in half, I had to be careful which edge I put up and which edge I put down. That's why I'm overlapping them here, so that I'll get a straight edge on both the top and the bottom. Like I said, so much easier just to get a size of painter's tape that is the size that you need. So I added 2 rows of the painter's tape, and then I got these star stickers at Walmart, and they were in the scrapbooking section. They were 97 cents. They're kind of a metallic looking sticker, and I'm just sticking those in the center section. And after I got them all on, I really like how they look. So if you were going to leave this inside, you could totally leave just the stickers on this to give it some color, because they stay adhered to the glass really well. So I just added different sizes of stickers all the way around, and like I said, it's really cute this way, but my original plan was to paint over these and use them kind of like a reverse stencil a little bit. So I'm going to be using some of this Apple Barrel gloss navy paint that I got at Walmart, and it was, I think, 97 cents as well. It's for indoor outdoor, and I'm going to take my foam brush and I'm just going to kind of dab the paint on. I'm not brushing it on, I am dabbing it, and I'm not getting a real full coverage because I want the solar light to kind of show through this. And I'm just going to fill in that whole middle section where I put the star stickers on with the blue paint. Then I got some of the red paint in that same Apple Barrel gloss indoor-outdoor paint, and I'm going to be adding it using the foam brush again on the top and bottom of the jar. Once the paint is dry, I am using an X-Acto knife very carefully to peel up those star stickers. And they were really stuck to the jar, so I think it's because they're the kind of those Mylar stickers. Maybe just some regular stickers wouldn't stick quite as well if you're planning on peeling them off like I am. Then I'm removing that painter's tape to reveal my nice stripes, and anywhere where your paint bled through a little bit, just use the X-Acto knife to clean it up. It just scrapes off really easily. Next, I'm going to take one of the solar stake lights from Dollar Tree, and I will be only using the top part. So it just pulls right off of the stake, and I am going to glue that on the inside of the jar lid. And this is why you need the smaller lids and not a wide mouth jar. And since I want this to have a good hold, and I'm going to maybe be using it outside, I will be using E6000 right along the inside of that rim all the way around, and then I'll add just a little bit of hot glue so that it will hold it in place while the E6000 is drying. Just a tip here, you want to make sure that you don't have any glue oozing out that's going to show on the top, and kind of clean that off before it has a chance to dry. And I did let mine set up overnight so that it was good and dry. Once that lid and the light are completely dry, you can add that to your painted jar, and it makes a really cute patriotic solar patio light. Or you could even use this inside close to a window where it would get light during the day. If you're going to use this outside, I would recommend spraying it with a clear sealer so it protects that paint. I love how this turned out, but I understand everybody might not have the time or want to paint their jar, so I will be showing you a few more options of what you can do to make a quick patriotic solar patio light. For the first option, I took some of this mesh that I got at Walmart with the stars on it, and I just took a section of it and I'm just stuffing it in the jar. That's really all I'm doing. And then I am going to add that solar light to the top, and the way that it looks when it reflects on the stars is really pretty. For the second option, I'm using this foam scatter that I picked up at Dollar Tree, and I'm literally just adding these stars to the jar. And the cute glittery red, white, and blue stars look really cute with that solar light. Remember those ends of those straws that we cut off that look like little firecrackers? Well, the third option is just to add those to the jar and put the light on top. For this last patio light, I will be using again the solar stake from Dollar Tree, as well as this little metal bucket that I picked up. And normally you would take the stake out of the bottom of that solar light and turn it around or insert it back in so that you can make the stake taller. But it actually made it too tall for this, and I won't be using it that way. I'm going to fill the bucket with these black stones from Dollar Tree, and then I will just be putting my solar stake down inside. And like I said before, I felt like it made it too tall with that bottom piece, so I decided to remove it and just stick it back inside like it came, and then push that down inside the rocks, and that is it. I hope you enjoyed these easy DIY patriotic projects. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Now here are some pictures from our weekend camping trip in the Idaho mountains. Thank you so much for watching and have a blessed day.